Alright, today we're going to take a look at the Idea 2 indoor caged quadcopter. So essentially, this little mini indoor altitude hold quad has a built-in roll cage. It's kind of shaped like a UFO, and I found in my early flight testing that whenever, if you happen to crash or hit the wall, because this thing is kind of fast for indoor flying, when you land, a lot of times it'll just bounce right back. So you can take off again without having to go and fetch it, which I thought was pretty cool. Also, if you have animals or something that love to chase your quads indoors, the little dogs or cats like ours, then this will be much safer. So there's a lot less chance of your animal jumping and attacking this and getting themselves hurt. So in addition to the little indoor mini quad, we have two 1-cell 300 milliamp batteries, USB charger, some extra props, instruction manual, and our controller. The controller has it's a kind of unique shape here, but it does have on the back these little pieces that do flip down so you can get a better grip. And I'm just going to go over some of the features of the controller itself. So you have two rates. You have your rate button here. You have your 3D flips here. So you have these buttons for photo and video. I'm not sure if those actually work on this version. You have automatic takeoff and landing, an emergency stop. We also have headless mode and a return to home. We have trim buttons over here on the right hand side. So we'll go ahead and just bind to our controller here. And I found that it's easiest to plug in the battery first and then slide it into the compartment that houses the battery. And there's an on-off switch. You switch on to on. Turn on our controller. And when the lights start to flash red and blue, you are bound. So there we go. There's first look at the Idea 2 indoor kind of roll cage quadcopter. So let's go ahead and take it for a test flight. Alright, let's just do a little test flight here. Take our auto takeoff. See, I'm flying a little backwards. There we go. So I'm in mode 1, and I have to say it's I may actually want it to a little bit more space than I'm giving it here. It's very, very controllable, very agile. The altitude hold works pretty well. Get our trim settings trimmed up properly. See, it just bounces right around inside in small spaces, even off the camera there. That little roll cage, as I like to call it, just bounces right off of everything. So you may not be able to tell from the video as far as the flight time on this battery, because I'm likely going to cut out several minutes of my crazy flying before I got trimmed up. But the flight time is pretty impressive. Give you the two batteries. I'm just flying on the one battery here, same one that we were testing with earlier. And we've had at least 4 or 5 minutes or so of flight time already. And it's still just bouncing right around. Alright, so let's try headless mode. Yep. Regardless of which direction I was facing there, we'll turn headless mode back off. Regardless of the mode or the direction I was yawing, the quad was able to control regardless of the direction of the nose, so that's pretty good that the headless mode works really well. See if we can't try a flip here in frame. And I flipped right into the ground. So I can see we're at low voltage now on the battery. I'm just going to fly this one battery. I'm going to call that a successful indoor flight test of the Idea 2 kind of little roll cage drone here in a confined area.